my dick back. Oh, hey, we're live. Hey.
And there we go. Let's give it to the people.
Oh, I got a headache now.
Already starting out with a headache.
Oh.
I think I might have pulled a hamstring on that last move, but
This is old men just doing shit that they shouldn't do.
having a good time doing it nonetheless. There is everybody.
There we go.
We are back live in the studio here at Metrics and Mayhem, episode 14.
1-4.
We are just itching our way up that count right now, so things are going well.
Famous 14s.
Famous for Ty Detmer,
Ty Detmer.
without a doubt.
Shout out.
How about Neil O'Donnell,
Neil.
the pride of
Shout-
Pittsburgh?
Maybe some black athletes? Okay, that's
fucking hockey!
Hey!
And that's the way it does it. Look at that, Jeff. Actually, how cute we matched.
Aww.
Jeff, actually, he's got buttons, and I just went with the drawstrings, so that's a
right.
terrible start to your night. We got a lot more.
I have a
for you,
hat,
pal.
facial hair.
Yeah.
I mean, if we match, meaning we're both white people, then yeah, sure, we match.
and here we go.
Yeah.
And we're already
So-
off and running. So.
And Jeff is racist.
And aside from that, we're happy to have him here. And everybody who's joined in here, your lovely wife hopped in. So
Hey, babe.
hello, Lori.
What's up?
And everybody, welcome to episode 14 of Metrics and Mayhem. As I said, back here in the studio, not in our mobile studio anymore, but a commitment to getting it in week after week. That's what we do here, and we are happy to be a part of it. A couple of
How like
times.
Matt Lauer got it in,
Is that right?
from what I hear.
How did you hear that?
I heard it on Good Morning America when he got canned. I know you've been out of the
I
loop.
have. I've been
Matt
out of the loop
Lauer fired.
No.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, that's breaking
Breaking news.
Wow. Well, I didn't know that. What do we got a reason for that or anything like that?
Sexual misconduct.
No way.
Yeah, during the Rio Olympics apparently, and it was not consensual.
Oh, no way.
Oh no.
He dropped the Lauer bomb on her?
A little bit.
Little Matt Nasty?
Little Matt Nasty.
Oh, my
Gave him the
God.
old pickle tickle.
You got to give me a little warm-up for this one, man.
I
You're
wanted-
barking fire.
I just wanted, yeah. You've been busy for the last couple weeks. So
No excuse.
You are out of the loop with life.
I was out of the loop with life.
There's a 10th planet.
Matt
Okay,
Lauer
now-
got fired. But that's pretty much something right there. I'll give you that one.
That was something. Yeah.
What else have I missed?
Yeah.
Anything else aside this week?
Let's see. Matt Lauer got fired. Eli Manning got benched.
Eli Manning got benched. I heard about this.
Yeah, that happened. He cried.
He cried.
He cried. Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah. First Manning to ever cry.
First one
Yeah.
ever.
Archie Manning's got like a belt in the backwoods of Louisiana. He just took Eli Manning out. He's just snapping it with his shirt off, just snapping it. Yo, Mannings don't cry.
Wow. So
We go to Denver and win titles. So that's where I think Eli Manning's going to go. He's going to go to Denver and win a title.
he goes to Denver and wins the title. So what do you think about that? Eli gets canned.
Eli
He's had a little bit
gets
of a streak, you said, right?
210 consecutive games. Not bad.
210
It's not
games.
Brett Favre like.
And Brett Favre up in the 270s.
270s.
right?
I think it was 276, I want to
Okay.
say. Something like that.
That's unbelievable.
Or 269. Hey,
Hey-o.
that's a perfect number for Brett Favre whipping his dick out in them Wranglers.
Look at that. Real
but-
comfortable jeans.
Real
comfortable.
Real comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
He puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like all of us. Except when he does, he pulls his dick out. So, so 210. He got canned, and
Giants not having a great year.
No.
Is this coming down from the top? Is this coming from ownership? Is this coming from McAdoo? What do we think?
this came from the greaser himself, Ben McAdoo.
The greaser.
Yeah.
Sounds like me. Look at this light, man. It's killing me right now. But that's another story. Go ahead.
At least you got a little hair to grease back.
Oh, not much, man. But go ahead.
But yeah, so Ben McAdoo sat down, said, look, we're going to make a change with what we think is best for the organization, best for the New York Football Giants, and we're going to start Geno Smith over the two-time Super Bowl champion Eli Manning.
Geno Smith. Remember where we went to school, Dom?
Hold on, give me a West Virginia.
That's correct.
West
Give me a Big
Virginia!
12. And that's it, brother. Good work out of you. Mr.
That's-
College
that's
Football.
talking hockey.
Oh, speaking of which, there's Nick Rotundo.
Nick Rotundo. How's
Hopping
it
in.
going?
And I've got some breaking hockey news later in the podcast for Nick Rotundo.
Did the Flyers win a game?
I have nothing else to say
Okay.
except we've got some breaking news happening later.
Gotcha.
Talking hockey with Nick Rotundo. From our great friend at soundtotheisland.com, the great Steel Drum website. and steel drum musician himself.
Nicky's got to teach me how to do the steel drum.
Yeah,
it really annoyed my wife.
No, he's got a tremendous thing happening right there. I think you would love it, being a big steel drum guy.
Well, welcome to the program, Nicky.
And Jeff brings up a great point about my 1998 haircut. He doesn't forget anything.
Oh, he does not.
And no, Jeff is actually dead on the money with that. I had more Aquanet and L'Oreal gel in my hair in 98.
I think all of us in our 15, 16-year-old youth had the slick back hair.
Did you? Yeah. So you go with the comb.
Yeah, with the comb.
With the gel like flowing through the comb.
Not only I went with the gel. I went with gel and mousse.
You went with the mousse.
Well, I'm Italian, so my hair was really thick. So I had to go gel and mousse.
You go mousse. I did not go mousse.
Yeah, you start with mousse, and they were like, "Oh, that's not gonna work. I gotta put a little heavier stuff in there." And then you went to the gel, and then you hoped it stayed. And then you spray, and then you hair dried it and you sprayed it. Then it was like you could fucking drive on it.
And then you go first period gym. You sweat it
out.
You
sweat it out. You got pimples all over your face for the rest of the week. Yeah, it was terrible.
That makes plenty of sense. Well, speaking of hair and McAdoo, let's hear your perspective on Eli getting benched here.
It's not his fault. Should he have gotten benched? No. He's Eli Manning. He's the only reason why New York football is decent these days. He should have got benched. For Geno Smith, I get it if you had a rookie quarterback that you just drafted to be the heir apparent. That's not the case. It's Geno Smith. We know what Geno Smith is. He's garbage.
Do we know what Geno Smith is?
Oh, we know what Geno Smith is.
We think so.
We know what Geno Smith is.
We got a good taste of him on the Jets, and they're absolute shit days.
He's garbage. He is what we think he is. So I personally feel like that was just a spite move by McAdoo, just to
but a locker room that he's already lost, apparently, right? So he's lost the entire locker room, and then he takes their saving grace, like you're saying, and throws them on the pine.
Yeah, and it doesn't even make sense. Now the fans saying, "Oh, you should be loyal to Manning. He won you 2 Super Bowls." I also think that's bullshit too.
Crap! I totally agree. I thought you were going to be on the other side of that.
You know why? Because Eli Manning is the same guy that got drafted by the Chargers. Nah, I ain't going. Mm-hmm. So you want to talk about loyalty? And Eli Manning is not loyal to anybody but Eli Manning.
Absolutely.
So while I don't think he should have been benched, I don't care that he was benched.
There's no loyalty to extending his streak.
If you want to make a case that you think that Geno Smith is better than Eli Manning, then go for it. You're not going to win that case, but go for it.
But at this point of the year, right, the season's done.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
No.
I understand the perspective of let's try this guy out and see what we've actually paid for, if he's got any chops left in him. You got about 5 games, so you give him a chance to run the offense, right? If that's not the case, if you're McAdoo or if you're up in the front office, how do you approach fixing this mess that is the Giants?
You go to, in my opinion, the backup quarterback of any team is not the future of the team. It's the third string guy. It's the guy you drafted.
Okay.
It's the guy you drafted to be the heir apparent to your starter. If Carson Wentz goes down, Nick Foles is not going to be the guy moving forward.
Well, we just have to be Patriots fans.
We just have to be Patriots fans at that point.
Yeah, right? Make it a lot easier.
But if the Eagles drafted a quarterback in the 6th round and they wanted to make sure that he was the guy to back up Wentz, then that's the guy you put in. Okay. You don't put in the backup when you're on an 8-game losing or you're 2-9.
Yeah.
You put the third stringer in there because he's your future. Geno Smith's not your future. Geno Smith is
the backup quarterback.
He's the flex seal of quarterbacks. You just put him in there and hope he fixes the league. But it's Geno Smith.
A Charlie Batch.
Yeah,
just a couple of games here and there.
Vinny Testaverde in his old years.
Look at that. So he's not anybody. I mean, Geno. I don't know what his contract is right now. But he's making a ton of cheese,
it's probably
right?
League minimum.
League minimum.
I would imagine. For a backup quarterback, I just don't think Geno Smith is not the guy.
What if he comes out firing? Do we have a controversy at all?
No.
Is this still Eli Manning's team?
If he comes out firing, then guess what the Giants are going to do? They're going to flip him.
You flip Geno.
You flip Geno because the Browns will take him.
So as soon as he throws his first completion, you're on the horn right now if you're the Mara family, right?
Yeah, you flip him because he's not your future. The Giants' future is somebody that they're going to pick up in the draft this year. And it's probably going to be, what's his name from Oklahoma?
Oh,
Baker Mayfield. It's probably going to be Baker Mayfield if the Browns don't fuck it up and take him first.
Be pretty shocking to see the Browns pass up on Mayfield, but
they've been known to pass up on quarterbacks before.
They haven't had the greatest front office decisions out there.
Jared Goff.
So if you're the head of the Giants, you say you're still rolling with Eli, or you're going to the third string.
I roll Eli. What's the point? Unless you either roll with Eli or you go to the third string guy. You don't roll with Geno Smith unless you think that he's good enough that you can flip him. They're getting value for him.
A team that has also lost Brandon Marshall. They've lost Odell Beckham Jr. A significant amount of weapons.
You have Evan Ingram, your tight end, and you have Sterling Shepard. And that's it.
You got Spags on the sideline, hands on the knees, trying to put it together.
Yeah. Geno Smith's a running quarterback too. He's not going to pass.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a shitty Tyrod Taylor.
So you don't like the move at all?
No, I think it's dumb.
Okay, but I agree with you that the Giants owe no loyalty to Eli Manning. He's got his bank account. I think is enough of loyalty to that.
No,
guy.
Giants owe nothing to Manning, and the fans owe nothing to Manning because he wasn't loyal to the Chargers. So why the fuck do they should be loyal to him?
If you're Eli Manning, does this kind of get you? Maybe talking to your agent a little bit and
he's either going to retire or he's going to go to Denver or Jacksonville. That's my prediction.
All viable options.
He's not going to go to a startup. Eli Manning is a veteran quarterback. He's going to go.
Nor should he have to.
No, he's not going to. He's not going to go to the Colts, who obviously I don't think Andrew Luck puts another down in the NFL.
That's a hot take right there. Really,
I think his shoulder is so fucked up.
Wow.
That he just has no zip on the ball anymore. He can't throw.
Huh.
So I don't think he plays. He's not going to go to the Colts.
Very interesting. Okay.
He's going to go to Denver. He's going to go to Jacksonville. Tannehill's going to go back. I mean, he would have been a perfect fit in Miami.
You think he goes back to Denver where Peyton wins all the glory and he just kind of rides in his shadow?
One-ups his brother.
And
gets a third title.
Oh.
Gets a third title. It's not going to happen because the Denver defense is getting old. Von
Yeah, they are.
Old.
They really got old quick. A great undercall by both of us at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
But that team looks terrible. And while we're on the subject of quarterbacks, our buddy Jeff Liano brings up Tyrod Taylor being benched with was it Peterman?
Peterman,
the guy from
Nathan
Seinfeld,
Peterman.
right? No, what's the? Isn't Jay Peterman?
I'm not a Seinfeld guy.
Oh, you're not a Seinfeld guy.
No,
is that right? Oh, yeah. Wasn't Jay? If anybody out there is listening, wasn't Jay Peterman Elaine's boss on Seinfeld? I think it was Jay. It was Mr. Peterman. I remember that. I thought it was Jay Peterman.
The salt and pepper hair guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. I think that was Peterman.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes. I don't know. I'm just shoot Nazi, and that's it.
Okay, got it. Well, I thought you would be a Seinfeld guy.
No.
But Tyrod getting benched while they're in the thick of the playoffs, he brings up a good point. I was personally shocked to see the move that they go to Peterman.
I wasn't.
No? You're not feeling it? All right.
No, I wasn't. I mean, did Tyrod Taylor win those 5 games when they went 5-5, or when they went? What were they 5-4 at that point?
At that point, yes.
Was Tyrod Taylor the reason why they went 5-4?
No. Shady McCoy and a great defense.
Shady McCoy and a great defense were the reason why they went 5-4. So, if you think that Shady McCoy and your defense can get you to 6-4, why not make take a chance on your backup quarterback? Or you think that can give you an extra spark? They were wrong.
So how about in the locker room? Because again, I'm not a locker room guy. You're a locker room guy. You're a meat locker guy, right? That's fair to say.
It's a risk. It's a risk that Doug McDermott did that.
Well, absolutely. Dougie McDermott's a bucket. We're looking at Sean McDermott right now.
Sean McDermott. Okay. Yeah, Dougie McBuckets.
But so we get into the locker room. I'm no longer the starter. Now I'm the starter again.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what the vibe's like in the locker room. What are the boys thinking right now?
Sean McDermott, he's in trouble.
He just lost
He lost that team.
A lot of mojo, right? Everything's going well. Yeah. Enough.
I think they lose Tyrod. They're going to lose Tyrod. They're going to have to draft the quarterback.
Do you think so?
You can't go back from that.
Okay.
You just can't. These guys are pro quarterbacks. They have egos.
And they're rolling into New England this week. They have New England at home this week, but still Tom Terrific coming into town.
They're going to get rolled.
Very interesting.
I think that's probably why McDermott tried that. It's because he saw the games he had upcoming. It was like, I know we're still in the playoff hunt. If we don't figure out, if we can't get more production out of our quarterback, it doesn't matter. We're going to get smoked. Mm-hmm. So he rolled the dice.
So he makes the move.
I'd have done it later in the season now. If you want to find out if your backup quarterback's got the juice, you do it when you're like 6-6,
when you're the Giants,
7-7,
when you're 2-9, right?
When you're 2-9,
yeah, right.
Yeah, he took a big risk and he fucked up bad.
And a little bit of a mess up right there. I tend to agree with that too.
Look at the wife coming in with Jay Peterman.
Yeah, she comes strong with the Jay Peterman. I thought that was the case. And Laura, or anybody out there, let's get a confirmation if that was the Seinfeld boss too. I want to see if I'm accurate on that, but I feel like it. But another thing, we're talking about all these teams that have backup quarterback issues right now and a quarterback controversy. Yep. I don't feel like we've got a quarterback controversy here in Philadelphia right now.
Oh no, we have our franchise guy for the next 15 years.
We've got our guy. The Eagles are 10-1.
Woo! Love that money.
Love that money.
Ow!
And there's a very big problem we have coming up this week. The Eagles are heading into Seattle. The real problem, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware of this, the gentleman who's pounding Cokes and Coke in general, just off of this sheet right here, he will be out there live in Seattle. And any thoughts about heading out to Seattle for Eagles, Seahawks live out there on the West Coast? What do you got? Talk to me about jet lag. Talk to me about diet. What are we doing out there? Is there any kombucha?
There is no kombucha.
There's no kombucha?
No, I may take a fish from the fish market out in Seattle, and if I just walk through the streets just smacking Seahawks fans in the face with a fish.
There you go.
I mean, because we're not losing that game.
We're not losing the game.
We're not losing that game.
I agree, Dom.
Yeah, we're not losing. I mean,
what scares you about the Seattle team?
It's Seattle.
Okay.
They're experienced. They have Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson
scares me. We haven't played. I guess we did. We played Cam Newton, and I was just saying we played an elusive, escapable quarterback, but Cam Newton is not as accurate as Russell Wilson.
Right.
Russell Wilson will get away from that pass rush and still look downfield. This is a big test for the secondary.
And that right there, like you're bringing up, I mean, Russell Wilson he's in his glory when he's on the move like that.
He's in his glory on the move, and he's looking to throw. He's not looking to run. He wants to move out of the pocket, run away, make you chase him. Almost like what do they scramble drill when you in football where you just it's like schoolyard stuff. The routes at that point don't even matter. You're just running cross routes.
Just backyard football.
Backyard football. And that's where Russell Wilson shines.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
So I think this defense has been playing extremely good, and getting Darby back for this game in particular is going to help. But Russell Wilson is going to put that secondary to the test.
This is a secondary that we were really concerned about at the beginning of the year.
That's it.
And I don't want to say we've been masked by it at all, but they have been playing up. The front four has been unreal.
And that's why. That's why they've been masked.
You're down in 3 seconds. The quarterback isn't hanging onto the ball too much because the pressure's getting there. But this is definitely a concern that we had at the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year also, Philadelphia's rolling out to Seattle. Well, let's put them at a 3-point favorite, your Seahawks. Right now, the Eagles open at a 3.5-point favorite. They're up to just about 6 right now.
I saw it on our sheet. They're at a 5.5-point favorite.
Is it 5.5?
5.5-point favorite in Seattle. And that spread scares me.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. I think it's screaming birds. But I think we might differ on that one.
We do differ a little bit. I think this is a one-score game.
Yeah, I completely disagree on that one. I think they roll. I just don't see how Seattle scores. I think Wilson will be running for his life all day.
He will be, but that's the thing about our secondary. If our this game will show us we can win in more ways than just getting pressure on the quarterback.
Now, do you still have reservations about this team being the class of the NFC?
Oh no, they're class of the NFC.
Okay,
but to win the Super Bowl, you need to win a game in multiple ways. You need to win a game when things don't go with your plan A. If you can't get I'm assuming that the Eagles are going to play Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. That's just the way it's looking to me.
Yep.
If we can't get to Tom Brady, can we win a different way? Eagles couldn't win a different way the first time we played Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. They had one way to win, and that was it. If the Eagles can stop Seattle, I think this is the true test. I think not the Rams game. I think the Seattle game is the true test to if we can win in multiple different ways with our defense.
That's interesting. And when I hear people talk about, you don't want them to win every game going in, you want them to lose a little bit to not get too much confidence.
I don't believe in that. I mean, these guys are professionals. They get paid to focus every day. I think that lose one to get. I don't think that actually matters in the NFL.
You don't buy into that as much, no.
No, I don't.
How about the revenge factor? Where, let's say, the conspiracy theory I hear drumming up is let's lose in Los Angeles and then have them come to Philly for the NFC Championship game with the revenge factor.
No, maybe in the 70s or 80s where there was actual animosity towards teams and they didn't like each other. These guys in the NFL pretty much, except for Aqib Talib and Michael Crabtree.
And yes,
they as soon as the game's over, they're exchanging jerseys and phone numbers, and they're going to go to club. They don't hate each other.
Yeah,
it's a job to them. It's a job to them. This is the new NFL. There is no hate.
Well, even like with Fletcher Cox, with I forget the Dallas player, but they were swapping jerseys at the end of the game. Remember that whole thing was it last year or 2 years ago?
Was it Scandrick?
Well, it may have been, but I remember, at the end of the game, you're supposed to hate your rival, and then in the center of the field.
Oh, they're yucking it up. Oh, here, sign my jersey, sign my cleats. I wouldn't put it in my man. No, That's why I don't put any stock into that.
When I was listening to Gargano's show on 97.5, I remember that week on Monday he had Fletcher Cox come on, and he was asking him about it because Gargano's like, he's going to try to start the pie, like all the Philly Dallas thing. And he has Fletcher Cox like, oh man, no, it's not like that, man. It's just a contemporary thing, and this mindset that we have of we hate this team and we hate their fans and all that.
Fans do.
Yeah, the fans do, exactly, but not the same on the field by any stretch of the imagination.
No, not at all. So, what are your thoughts? You think the Eagles are going to roll?
I think it's a roll. I mean, I have no reason to think otherwise.
Okay.
I can't see. I see an aging Seattle secondary.
And they're banged up, too.
Very banged up. I think Carson has all day to throw the ball. Everything is clicking on offense. If they don't, they've got two tremendous running backs. The play calling has been unbelievable. Everybody's doing their job. Seriously.
Shout out Dougie P.
Yeah, for real. I mean, and I was way against Dougie P in the beginning. I am definitely wrong on that. With his performance thus far, he's letting his coaches coach. Uh-huh. And that's what great leaders do. They empower who's underneath of them. Jim Schwartz, the tackling on this team. We have not seen tackling in our secondary like they're hitting right now.
Howie Roseman, if you're listening, and I know you are.
Hey, Howie.
Howie, listen to what I'm saying.
Howie, try the rosé kombucha.
Jim Schwartz is going to want a head coaching job at the end of this season. Pay him as a head coach. Keep him here. Okay? Pay the offensive coordinators. Pay the defensive coordinators. Keep every single coach you got here. Pay him all as head coach. Strength and conditioning coach. Pay him Belichick money. I don't care. Pay.
But is that the case? Is the ego of a guy like Schwartz
fuck yeah.
somebody where if you offer me a head coaching job, right, you can be the head coach of the Browns?
That's a bad example. I don't think Schwartz is going to go back to the Browns.
How about the Lions?
You know where I think Schwartz ends up?
He goes back to the Lions.
No, not the Lions. The Lions are decent. The Lions made it to the playoffs.
You think they hang on to Caldwell? Okay, good.
Denver.
So Denver calls.
Calls.
They say, Schwartz, I'll give you the exact same chunk of change. You can stay as the defensive coordinator. You can be the head coach in Denver. You take the head coach in Denver?
I think Schwartz takes the head coach in
Denver. Do you really? He wants to be back.
These guys want to be the big swinging dick.
I don't get that, man. If you're going to make the same amount of cheese either way, and not that I'm saying that he's wrong by any stretch, but for me, if you're going to make the exact same chunk of change, you make all that responsibility.
I want Howie to pay them. Say you're not going to pay your defensive coordinator head coach money.
Yeah,
you're just not going to. It would be smart if they did, but it is not.
You're not going to make that.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and I agree, Jeff. That's probably a bad choice, but that case right there with going to Denver. I mean, just with all the success that he's having. But you're right. He's going to make head coach money. That will definitely be something. Let's get to a question here from Jeff. Dom, coming at you. Considering the Seahawks' one-dimensional offense a test to the Eagles' D?
It's one-dimensional, but they won a Super Bowl with a one-dimensional offense. It's Russell Wilson. He is the be-all, end-all of that offense. He creates everything. And that scares the shit out of me. And it should scare the shit out of anybody who plays Seattle in Seattle.
Any guy that can improvise like that, it takes the game plan and throws it right out the window.
Yeah.
Because you could have the greatest coverage out there, but a guy like that, Magic Man running around, I mean, we've seen it enough. And he's done it to so many teams.
Let's put it this way. This game is going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be a close game or it's going to be an Eagles blowout.
You don't see a Seahawk blowout.
I don't see a Seahawk blowout.
Okay.
This is going to be a close game, which I think it will be, or a Eagles blowout. Like you said, the offense is rolling, and maybe we can turn Russell Wilson into just one option. We can take their running game completely out of it if we jump up 30 points on them. But Russell Wilson's so dangerous in the third and fourth quarter. But the one thing the Eagles haven't done this year is they haven't gone into that prevent defense. Mm-hmm. They just keep their foot on the throats of every team.
And another thing, this team hasn't played down to anybody either. I mean, they're playing teams that are much below their level. Yeah. The Bears game, that team is nowhere near the talent. No. They played a terrible game against the Bears.
They didn't play well,
and they rolled it, man. This team has not played down to anybody. There's no reason to think why they don't roll, but I am definitely looking forward to it. And let's get to some comments here that we got. Get down and come back. It's been a while, right? Like that. Game for the delayed blitz.
They did get down. They got down and came back in Dallas.
Yeah, they were down early in that game. At the halftime, right?
That game was not a good game for us.
It's a trap game.
I hate that.
Right?
I hate that trap game shit.
Oh, you don't believe in the trap game?
No, I just hate it. I hate that term trap game.
Oh, why? Why is that?
Just because I feel like if you're a more talented team, it's going to shine. And I guess you could say I don't believe in the trap game.
Yeah, so I guess as a non-athlete, well, maybe not a non-athlete, but as somebody who didn't play sports.
You saw a lot of sports. It's fine. You can be a visual athlete.
I played a lot of video games.
You're a good visual athlete.
But I would have to say that I could easily see if I'm the Eagles right now and I'm going into, I'm going to play the Bears at home. And I know I've got this big test out in Seattle on their field.
Yeah.
I could easily see looking past the Bears, a team that's 3-7 coming in that probably has no shot to beat you, and have my mindset on the bigger picture.
I would say that a lesser coach team would happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
But this team is
so you think
really
that comes
well
from
coached.
coaching?
That comes from coaching.
It's interesting.
This team is very well coached.
Mm.
Dougie P's got he's got the pulse of this team right now.
So far, you're right, and I like what Nick's bringing up right now about being close in the fourth quarter. I'd like to see how Dougie makes those decisions late in the game.
Yeah,
in a not-up game.
I want to see it because obviously I don't want to see any game being close. I want to see, me personally, as a fan of the Eagles, I want to see every game be a blowout, and I want the NFC title game to be a blowout. I want the Super Bowl to be a blowout, and I just want to win a blowout.
Yeah, right.
That's all I want to say. I don't care about coming back in the fourth quarter. I think if you can win handily, do that.
Yeah,
that's option A.
Absolutely.
But if it would be a good test to see if Doug can be the guy moving forward for years and years to come.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And I'm going to look this up right now. I see John's comment about being a high-scoring game. I don't know what the total is on that game. Do you have a number on that by any chance?
I don't.
All right,
and that is something I disagree with.
And you do. So what's it at right now? It's at 48. It opened at 48. It's down to 47.5. So what are you saying? 27-20 at this point, right? 27-21?
26-21?
Yeah, it's 6.1.
Yeah, 6.1, 26-21. And that
seems low. No?
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game close, or it's going to be another one of those 31-7-10 games that we've been blowing teams out.
It's very interesting.
I think it's going to be like a, 17-14 game or one of those blowout type games.
Well, and then just going off of, one of the apps that I use, obviously you guys know I'm crazy with the numbers and the sheets and everything, but Sports Insights has a great app to give you up to the date, like percentages, how many tickets are on either side for over-unders and against the spread. And usually when the public's heavy on one side, that's what's paying the bills out in Vegas. And right now, 76% of the tickets, and these are early tickets as well, are on the over on that game, and yet the total has still come down from 48 to 47.5. So that's kind of telling you that the sharp guys, as we say, the wise guys out there, are peppering the under right now. So it'll be fun, and it's going to be a lot of fun to be out there.
It's going to be, yeah.
Now I gotta bring this up.
Sure.
I mean, you're going to be 36 pretty soon, right?
36 in February.
35 years old, and that's a 8:30 game, 11:30. Be curious to see what your stamina is like out there at 11:30 at night.
Laura says, "Stop sniffling into the microphone." I can't help it. I got bad sinuses. What am I going to tell you?
He's got bad sinuses, Laura. That's all right. We're dealing with it over here. There it is.
So
that's absolutely tremendous work, though, out of Mrs. Melchior trying to take care of the husband.
Sorry.
So 11:30 kickoff, Dom. What's your mind frame? Where are you going to be at 11:30 at night? 11:30. I'm 2 hours into my sleep. Where are you at 11:30 at night?
It's not going to be 11:30 at night.
Am I going the wrong way on that?
You're going the wrong way.
Yeah, it would be 5:30. No, it's an 8:30 game in Seattle, so that would be like 11:30 here.
It's 8:30 in Seattle.
But it would be 11:30 here.
I'll be there for a few days. I'm adjusting, baby.
Oh, you're going early.
I'm going Friday.
Oh, whoa. So what do we got planned when we're going?
We're gonna go see the Needle.
Oh,
we're gonna do some Northwestern weird shit.
Oh, Northwestern weird shit. And that is talking hockey.
That's talking hockey, folks. We're gonna go wear some flannel. We're gonna go eat some fish.
Go watch some rain.
Go watch some rain.
Yeah, very nice.
Maybe smack a seal.
Look at you.
That's something.
Oh,
maybe visit a coffee shop and listen to some grunge.
5:30 in Seattle. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I take that back.
Yeah.
A little bit of bad math on the metrics.
Bad math, yeah. That's not good for metrics.
No, not at all. But no sheet on that. That's just going right off the cuff.
No sheet, yeah. So it's going to be a good time. And I promised the wife I just wouldn't get into a fight.
Well, that's good. That's very good. Future parent in the running right here. So it's good to make sure we got that on lockdown.
At the game.
Yeah, after the game, we have no idea.
After that, who knows what's going to happen.
Understood. You brought up a point about Alabama. We're going to talk a little college football, and I know you're a big college football guy.
Before we get into the college football, I want to give the fans the topics for our Match to Mayhem. So they have some time to think.
Yes. Okay.
So why don't you let them know?
Why don't we call this out right now? So our contest that we've been running, where we match the Mayhem, I'm going to bring up a topic, and your goal is to match Dom 3 for 3 in this little and I guess 3 would be a good one to use. But I gave Dom the topic early, and this one is based on NFL stadiums. Now, Dom, before we ask the question, can you tell me what stadiums that you've seen a professional football game in?
I've been to Soldier Field.
Okay.
Been to FedEx Field. Both Eagles and the Vet.
Mm-hmm.
That is it.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine. So, with, you said FedEx.
Oh, the Meadowlands, too. The
Meadowlands. Okay, so Meadowlands, FedEx Field, Soldier Field, the Vet, which we're not going to use for this one, and Lincoln Financial Field, right? Okay. So, the question is, right now, we're going to pick 3 NFL stadiums that are out there right now that you've either been to or haven't been to that are the stadiums to go see an NFL football game. If you could pick any 3 places any 3 places to be a part of the environment that's going on right there. Not that you're necessarily a fan of it, but the 3 stadiums, or you can just pick the teams where they have the absolute best setup to go see a game. The 3 that you would pick.
3 NFL.
3 NFL.
Not the ones I've seen. Or can I add the ones?
You could. So, like, let's say if Soldier Field was the most incredible place you've been to, that would crack your top 3, and that's totally fine. But I just want to give the little insight as to what stadiums you've been to, if anybody wants to use that in their factoring in. But it's the 3 stadiums for any NFL team that would be the iconic 3 that you would say to go to, that you would need to see a game at.
That I would need to see a game at.
Yes.
Fans might get this one.
We've been looking for a match.
The fans might get this one.
We have been looking for it.
Tell the fans what they'll get.
So we haven't been able to send anything out yet, but we are working together on some Amazon what do you call it, gift cards? Or
Amazon gift cards.
The Amazon gift cards.
I'm going to write this down now because I have 3 stadiums in mind. I see Nick Rotendo. He wrote, hold on, guys.
I'm blocking the comments as they come in.
He's blocking the comments, so I'm going to go.
Look at the participation from the audience. They are excited about matching the Mayhem over here. More comments firing in. This is all good.
Okay, I haven't. Okay.
And we still have the comments blocked over here. And again, if you're just tuning into us right now, we're trying to match the Mayhem on 3 NFL stadiums that you would need to see a game in. The top 3, the iconic stadiums. You done? You good? Okay, cool. All right. So where was I? You just cut me off right before that. I forget what we were going to say.
We were going to talk about Alabama.
Alabama, yeah. Mr. College Football over here was bringing up that Alabama takes an L to Auburn, and this absolutely shakes up what looks to be a very interesting Final Four for a college.
Nick Saban's not happy, man. He's out.
He is. Well, I think they're 4 right now.
I thought the last ones I saw, they weren't in it. They were 5.
Weren't in it. They were 5. Wow. That's terrible, I think. I think that's absolutely a disgrace. But we do have a couple more weeks of college football, and while we're on the subject of college football, if you can take a look on that yellow sheet of paper, if you could hand that.
We got some numbers, some college numbers here.
Well, we did a little work on the college football win totals this year, and it was what we could definitely say as a darling year. I'm just going over right now. I know I was off on Clemson this year. I had Clemson under 9.5. That was a loser. Central Michigan pushed, Kentucky pushed, but hits on the Michigan over, the Middle Tennessee State under, the Notre Dame over, Texas Tech over, BYU under, Purdue over 2.5, and those East Carolina Pirates over 2.5 wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, I heard all the wins.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a grand total? This is your futures bets.
Those are my futures bets.
Can we give a grand total to the people on your futures bets on what you did?
Well, here, let's see it.
Let's add them up.
So we that was a push. That doesn't count. I lost 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, 1, and 2.
7, 1, and 2. If you'd have bet $1 million on each one of them,
that's right,
you'd have like $4.5 million.
So it's a beautiful thing. A nice little route for the season win totals. Always fun. And as a little breaking news for all the people that are out there, we are going. Well, for sure. I'm going to be hosting a bowl pool where we get involved in all the bowl games for college football. Again, totally free. Just something fun to do.
The Iron Skillet Bowl, or
could be the University of North Texas State Armadillo Tostillo Frito-Lay
Taco
Bowl.
Tuesday,
Taco Tuesday,
2-for-1 tequila bowl.
Yes. So we will be running a bowl pool, be a fun one to get in. Totally free if anybody's interested, or if you're not interested, join anyway. That'll give us more to talk about.
Yep.
So that'll be good. Thanks, Jeff, for the positive message right there with the thumbs down. We appreciate that very much. But that all looking good. We've got our topic out to match the mayhem. So if you guys are working on that, that's good.
We got a lot of people coming. I haven't seen my wife though.
Laura's still waiting on that.
I haven't seen my wife. So, honey, if you're still listening, 3 iconic stadiums where I think that you think that I would want to see a game.
Yes. We'll move to our Against the Spread portion of the podcast right here.
And I want to say that I had a great Sunday.
You had a great Sunday. Cannot argue that you were undefeated on Sunday.
Undefeated on Sunday.
The majority of your games, unfortunately, were played on
Woo!
Thursday. And
listen,
Mr. Thursday Night.
Mr. Thursday Night has been officially retired.
It's terrible.
You start out 5-0, and then you go 0-8.
Yes.
You go 0-8. It's a wrap.
It's terrible.
It's a wrap.
Before we get to the Against the Spread, my comments on Mr. Thursday Night, we've got a comment here from Nick Rotindo, and he's right. I did tease some big hockey news, and I know that's why he's kind of hanging in. And earlier on, Nick had a question. I'm going to scroll back.
Yeah, where's Nicky's question?
He had a question about
some of the Flyers.
I
think you just passed it.
Did I?
Up there. Who's to blame for the Flyers' 9-game losing streak?
Yes.
It's right there.
Oh, got it. Yeah, the Flyers' 9-game losing streak. I blame Lindros.
Okay.
I think Lindros, Leclerc, Renberg, that line has not been playing up to snuff, without a doubt. I think getting rid of John Van Beesbrook was also really devastating to that team. I was a big Beezer fan.
Yeah.
So we look to that. Hackstall, especially this Dave Hackstall guy, I would blame him. And Eric Desjardins. Desjardins.
I personally think it's Craig McTavish's fault.
McTavish, yeah. Just put on a friggin' helmet,
his
right?
His hair is distracting.
Put on a goddamn helmet.
His hair is distracting, and people don't know what to do, and they think it's... I think when the players see McTavish, they want to pass it to him, but they can't differentiate if he's a player or somebody in the stands.
Or in the stands. We've got all of these problems happening with the Flyers right now. Nick, I'm not sure if you are in agreement with this, but that's what we got. But I think it all comes back to Lindros. And we're going to leave it up with that. But the big hockey news, and I'm glad my buddy John Hoban is on because he is very aware of what the big breaking hockey news is.
What is that?
We, John and I, but dusted out the old dust off of the Xbox 360, and we are playing NHL 2007 on our Xbox 360s right now.
Is that right?
That is right.
Is this like in the intraweb?
This is like in the intraweb kind of thing online. Okay. So without a doubt right there, Nick Rotindo, the metrics are back on the 2007 NHL Xbox 360 game. And that,
is talking
ladies and gentlemen,
hockey.
Is talking hockey. Right
Best hockey video game ever.
NHL 90. Oh, that's tough, man. But it's in the 90s. I go 90. I'm not looking at you. 93 was too slow. 94 was the start of the one-timer. 95, I didn't like the layout of 95. I would go 94, 97. I'm in a tough spot. I'm going to go 94 because of the...
94,
yes. Very
NHL 94, when
94.
you can do that deep, come back, bang,
boom. Yeah.
and in.
The backhand?
The backhand never missed. You come from the right-hand side, go left, bang.
Yeah,
right
I love it.
And you're in. NHL 94, by far, playing with Lemieux and Yager.
Yeah, right.
I mean...
Lemieux, Yager... Oh, God.
Yager's a legend.
Who else was on that squad? Give me the left wing on the fly.
Oh, God. Crystal Tang. I don't
know. Somebody out there in the podcast land is going to know that one.
Who was the left winger for the Pittsburgh Penguins in '94? Jeff's on it.
Is it Peter Nedved?
Medvedev.
Ron Francis. No, he was the backup center, I thought. But anyway. All right. Good enough. We'll take that with Jeff.
Personally, with the Flyers, honestly, their coach stinks.
This is a pretty bad team to watch.
It is. I mean, they're like, we have a great... Every Flyers fanboy that I've talked to, all they keep saying is we got great young talent. Bring up the young players. They got great young talent. I feel like I've been hearing that for the last 5 years, and those young players who have come up haven't done shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Gostisbehere, bring him up. He's a great young talent. Hasn't done shit.
Mm-hmm.
Provorov. Okay, what is he doing? Is he a leader? Nope. 9-game losing streak. If he was a leader, wouldn't be on a 9-game losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not good.
Is it a function of the Eagles and the Sixers being so good at this point?
No, it's hockey. They're Canadian. They don't give a shit. They don't follow fucking basketball.
So, Nick, I'd be curious to hear from your perspective.
Look, Provorov is great. If he was so great, this is what I'm talking about with Flyers fanboys. If Provorov was so great, how the hell are they on a 9-game losing streak? Your great players stop those streaks. I'm sorry. They put the team on their back and they stop those streaks.
And how about Jay? I haven't heard much from Jay.
Yeah, where the hell is Claude Giroux, the worst captain in the NHL?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nick, I'd be curious to hear if those games are actually sold out. Like what the attendance
Oh, I'm sure
is like.
they are. It's the same 60,000 or 20,000 people who watch.
Yeah.
They probably have no TV viewership. It's just the guys who go to the game that watch the game. And they're always sold out.
Very interesting.
He's having a look. See what I'm saying? How could you say
he's having a good year?
What's their record? What's their record? They're on a 9-game losing streak.
I blame Lindros.
Listen, he's a good player. He's having a good year. He's great. Great players don't go in the shitter like this with 9-game losing streaks. I don't care. That's like saying Tyrod Taylor's good because he picks up a shit ton of stats in garbage time.
Mm-hmm. Matthew Stafford,
yeah.
Right.
Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles. Yeah, Mr. Fourth Quarter.
Ivan Provorov is the Blake Bortles of the NHL.
I like it. That's a nice little tie-in right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really a fun thing to be a part of this Flyers Nation right now, as we went through with Sixer Nation for a long period of time. So, Nick, I couldn't agree more. No secondary scoring after the first line.
Ivan Provorov is the Clarence Weatherspoon of the NHL.
I like Ivy Profrin too. I think he's great, but I still blame Lindros. And I also saw Marty Rotundo hop in, and he's a big Villanova basketball guy. And Villanova basketball.
We got Nick and Marty Rotundo?
Yeah, we got both of the boys on right now. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention any Villanova hoops coming in, Marty. And they are right now locked up in a dogfight with those Penn Quakers, Dom. I'm not sure if you have any
Those
experience.
are my boys.
Is that right? How do you know the Penn Quakers, Dom?
I was an employee of the Penn Quakers.
What were you doing over at Penn?
You know the Palestra? That was my building.
The Palestra?
That was my building. I ran that building.
What were you doing at the Palestra?
Advanced operations, anything they need. Take a guy out back, show him the knuckles, show him the 5-knuckle shuffle.
And what's that called? Advanced operations?
Advanced operations over at the Penn Quakers.
Well, another Villanova just a nail biter as they blow out Penn by 28 tonight. They've had an incredible lineup of talent that they've matched up against this year. I think they had the Midvale School for the Gifted and the Helen Keller School for the Blind last week, which was a close road win, but they managed to pull that out by 90.5. So congrats out to Villanova and really stacking that schedule up early. Jay Wright looking a little slim, too.
Is he?
Good. Yeah, he's looking good, man. I like Jay. How about this? How much hockey do you guys watch in a year?
And that's talking hockey, folks.
There it is.
I watch SportsCenter. That's all the hockey I need.
All right, very good. So let's get rolling with the against the spread picks.
Before we get into that,
go ahead.
I want to remind everybody to put in their 3 choices for the NFL teams that I think that you guys would think that I would want to go to. 3 iconic NFL teams. John Hoban, 5-knuckle shuffle. You can't see me. Well, just like we can't see, Flyers wins.
Flyers wins.
Can't see him. Not there.
Very nice.
So So in a couple minutes, we're gonna do our 3 teams. I already wrote them down.
I've done writ them.
I've done writ them down.
I've done writ my team down.
I've done writ them.
All right.
So let's go in our against the spread. I want you to go first, though.
I'm happy to do that. We are going to avoid. I wasn't sure if you were going to play Thursday night because I had a side on that, but I didn't want to play the same side as you. Mr. Thursday night, if you guys didn't hear, he's lost his last 8. Which is Hey, man. It all goes back to the Eric Ebron trade that you broke my heart on for Eli Manning, who also got benched. So this deal that you pulled back on me is fucking everybody up, and in real life as well. Eli gets benched because of this.
I fucked up Eli Manning's career.
The whole thing.
The streak is done because of me.
Yes, that's right.
Sorry, Eli.
Give me, to start this bad boy out, I am behind in this
You
season
are,
too.
but you're catching up because we're
getting there.
I had a 3-game losing streak last Thursday, so Jeff, in his own personal competition, skyrocketed up past me.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Hoban checking in on the some of the employment opportunities.
Hand jobs? No, blowjobs. Blowjobs. All mouth. I need my hands and my moneymaker.
That's right. Hey, anything to get a shooting foul shots at the Palestra.
Listen, a mouth's a mouth.
That's right. That's what it's all about here at Metrics and Mayhem. The honesty, people. It's a family show. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to lay 2.5 points against the Case Keenums coming in. I'm going to lay the 7.5 with the Tennessee Titans against the Tom Savages in the world. I am going to take the 2.5 points with the Matty Staffords in Baltimore this week.
Okay.
I think they bounce back. I'm going to take 3.5 points and play the Carolina Panthers in New Orleans this week. Yeah. And as I told you, I think Fly Eagles fly. It's 5.5. That's only a touchdown. I'm going to take our Eagles laying 5.5 on the road in Seattle. Dominic.
I'm going to go with a man who's making his first start this year.
First start this year.
With a brand new team out in the Bay Area.
Is that right?
I'm going with the St. Jimmy Garoppolos.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
And the San Francisco 49ers getting 3.5 in Chicago. A team that stinks.
Yes.
They stink out loud. And Tom Brady Jr. is going to go in there and carve them up.
Tom Brady Jr.
So I'm taking plus 3.5 49ers.
Okay.
We're with each other on the next game.
I'm
taking the Falcons. Laying the 2.5 at home against the Vikings. I'm taking that game. Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
Mr. Thursday.
Yeah. I'm staying away from Thursday for the rest of the year.
Very nice.
I'm gonna go 5-0 this. I'm gonna go 5-0 this week.
Mr. Sunday morning.
Another team that I'm gonna take is I took Tom Brady 2.0. I'm taking Tom Brady 1.0.
Tom Brady.
I'm taking Tom Brady and the Patriots, giving 8.5 to the Bills at the Bills.
Yep.
The Bills team can't hang with the Patriots.
I agree. Yeah.
That Bills team can't hang with the Patriots. I'm going to roll out with the Jets.
Jets.
Getting 3.5 at home. Home dog against the Kansas City plummeting Chiefs. They stink out loud. I don't think Alex Smith actually finishes that game.
He doesn't. That's a bold stand. That's a hot take, folks.
Jets play hard. They may be 4-7.
Speaking of playing hard, how about this Hoban comment about the hand jobs with the Palestra? Anything on that?
I seen
him.
And then my last game, I think this is my last game. Yeah, my last game is I am going to take the Raiders. Minus 6.5.
Oh, yeah.
With the Giants going to the Raiders with Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Raiders are still in it.
Yes, they are still
in it. The Raiders have
5-6.
Raiders are 5-6. They have a lot to play for.
How about Fat Andy's team just blowing up in his face?
Blowing it.
And they're still the division leader, right? Aren't they?
They're still the division leader.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
So, yeah, the Raiders are still in it. They have something to play for. They're not going to let Geno Smith carve them up. So I'm going to roll with the 49ers, the Falcons, the Patriots, the Jets, and the Raiders.
Yeah, all 5 very good picks. If anybody out there wants to get involved in our 5 against the spread, we did have a new person add in.
Okay.
We have Grady. His name's Grady.
Grady
Barber. I haven't seen him on here yet, but he'll be hooked up with us in the Against the Spread pool. And if you would like to join us as well, please just send us a message, a comment on this. We'll get the link right out to you. All free. Just join in and have fun with the debauchery going on over here. So we got that. And normally, with the Against the Spread pool, we would talk about the Eliminator pool.
But the Eliminator pool is done?
The Eliminator pool is done. We paid out $1,380
Ooh, love that money.
To our boy Tim Sawyer out in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And a special message that Tim wanted me to share.
Is that right?
Yes. He because if you remember a few weeks ago, there was a peace offering, a treaty, that would split this thing 3 ways. And one member said yes, and one member said no.
Who was the one member that said no?
It was Joe, our good buddy Joe Fizzicaro.
Oh, Joe should have said no. Joe should have taken that back.
So he did. And actually, when Kansas City lost to the Giants, Joe sent a text saying, "Hey, listen, I reconsider. We can split." So Tim wanted me to let Joe know publicly that. Well, first of all, he wanted to say I'm really sorry to the guy who said he would deal, and tell the other guy to kiss my ass.
There you go. I like it. Great.
That's what it's all about. So it's all good. So anyway, the Eliminator pool is done. We'll be starting that up again next year, and that's a good time, man.
I like the Eliminator pool. I usually typically don't make it past week 3. I made it to week 7 this year?
You had a nice little run.
Run. But yeah, as I lost, as I typically do.
Yeah, very nice. DraftKings. So let's get rolling on DraftKings. Again, another free contest that we're running over here, just having some fun with it. This is up on our Facebook page at the moment, and also on my page, and I think you shared it as well.
I shared it on my page. I want to tip my own cap. I had a monster week last week.
You did have a monster week.
210 points.
That was the right week to not hit save on my lineup because I didn't even get anything in.
You did not.
So that was a good week to be off.
Monster week.
But everybody else.
I was very proud of myself.
What was your squad last week? You had remember your team?
God, no, I don't remember my team.
Yeah, it was a very good team, though, for sure.
No, I think, I don't remember. Yeah, at all. Yeah. They're dead to me already.
All right, so that does also shake up. We're also running another what do we call it, like a prize. But if you happen to win 3 DraftKings in a row, we're going to hook up with some Amazon gift cards as well. Just for being a listener to the podcast.
3 games in a row, you get DraftKings, you get an Amazon gift card. Maybe I send you a personal gift package.
Personal gift package. Dom is notorious for sending pictures of himself, which that is just a priceless.
And especially dick pics all over the place.
And especially around the holidays. What else could you ask for than a Dom dick pic? But anyway, aside from that.
Why don't you let the viewers know what you're picking in DraftKings this week? And actually, hit save this time.
Pick and save. So I am saved. I'm calling that up as we speak right now.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, there you go. There, it's up. Technology, folks.
Technology's getting there. We're going to roll out Matty Stafford this week, going into Baltimore. Mr. Fourth Quarter Stats. Excuse me. Le'Veon Bell and Leonard Fournette in the backfield. Can't argue that at all. Wide receivers, we had to write some skinny checks.
Okay.
So give me Nelson Aguilar at 5 Gs.
Oh, jeez.
Give me Randall Cobb at 3,900. And I'm going to take Josh Doctson, the pride of Baylor University, with those Washington Redskins. I think that Dallas game is going to be a little bit of a shootout. And they're starting to throw the ball Doxson's way. So I'm going to roll with Doctson at 4,900.
Okay.
Austin Hooper. I like the Minnesota secondary. I don't necessarily care for the linebackers and pass coverage. So I'll take Austin Hooper at 3,400. My flex is going to be Jordan Howard running against those St. Jimmy Garoppolos. And give me the Eagle defense at 3,200.
Hey, you really think that's going to be a blowout?
Yeah, I really do.
Well, I have a new strategy for DraftKings.
You do? Hold on. That's a violation. You just put up 210 points.
Well, that was my strategy. My new strategy started last week. I put up 209 points, so I'm sticking with it. You know what my strategy was? Pick defense first.
There it is.
I swear to God.
There is the shocker.
I picked up my defense first, and I did it again this week, and I'm going with the Raiders. The Raiders for 3,100. Cheap with Geno Smith going in there.
Got it.
And now I'm going to go back to my quarterback. I'm going with Jared Goff against the Arizona defense.
Can't argue that at all.
Stinks. Running backs, I'm going to go. You're going to love this. I'm rolling with slop. I am rolling with slop on defense, or running backs. Kenyon Drake. Miami is going to be playing Denver. And Danny Woodhead. I'm going with my man, Danny Woodhead, for 4,400 against that Detroit defense. Wide receivers?
Who's you poo-poo?
Devontae Adams. Can't go wrong with Devontae Adams. Apparently he's Brett Hundley's favorite target these days.
Okay.
Not the guy who I have on my fantasy squad. Robbie Anderson.
Anderson's been a stud.
Had him last week, and he's the one who gave me a lot of points. So Robbie Anderson with those Jets. Adam Thielen.
More than a Thielen. I was going to take him.
Adam Thielen, 7,500. So I got Anderson, Adams, and Thielen. Tight ends. Tight ends are flex. I'm going 2 tight ends. I'm going with that Ricky Seals-Jones for Arizona.
You, man. Wow.
Ricky Seals-Jones for Arizona. And then Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski for the Patriots. So we're going with Goff, Drake, Woodhead, Adams, Anderson, Thielen, Seals-Jones, Gronkowski.
All right, well, that's very good work by you, man. So that's the DraftKings lineup, and if anybody wants to get involved with that, again, please send a message out to us. We'll get you the link all set up.
Yep.
And I guess we can segue right over to Dope High. You want to do the...
No, I'm going to do the Sam's. I can already say Nick Rotundo lost because there is no team out in San Diego.
Oh.
So,
and that's
sorry, Nikki. Maybe Los Angeles would be a nice one. I would like to go to Qualcomm. I've seen Qualcomm up close. I've been to San Diego numerous times, so I've passed it. It's a nice stadium.
Okay.
I've never been in it, but it's a nice stadium. So I'm going to start.
Well, let's. We'll do that later. We'll see if anybody's got it. But go ahead, Dom.
So we are going to go from the bottom up. So I'm going to just slide my first pick. Some people had it, some people didn't.
All right.
And my first pick of the game is Gillette Stadium. I want to go see Tom Terrific play.
I've seen Tom Terrific play in Gillette.
Yeah, have you?
I did.
It wasn't as good of an experience. I know it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, but if I'm allowed, I don't want to take away from you. Why don't you? All right, so for our wedding, that was my gift. Jen got me tickets to go see the Eagles play the Patriots up in Boston.
In Gillette? Oh, I would love to see that.
That was the A.J. Feely game. You remember that?
I remember that.
So check this out. We thought the Eagles were going to get blown out. This is how it happened. So when you go there, we had to sign up for a ride to get back to our hotel. You could do 11. It was a night game.
Okay.
You could do 11:30, 12:30, or 1:30, and the 12:30 was sold out. So we had to do either the 11:30 or the 1:30. So we decided, well, they're going to get blown out. Let's just do the 11:30 and make it out. So it's 11 o'clock. Feely just takes them down the field, 28-24, and they're going to beat New England in New England. And it's 11 o'clock. We have to walk out. Oh. So and it's this total nothing happening around the whole stadium. We're just walking out. Jen and I are walking with my head down with my Eagles gear on, and I hear 70,000 people freaking out. You run to your phone to see what's happening. But I was not able to stay to the end of that game.
Damn, that sucks.
But hey, man, it was still a great time. We were in the highest seats in Gillette Stadium.
Okay.
And you know I'm not a heights guy.
No, you're not.
I am not at all.
You're not a heights guy.
But that was a very cool experience, man. You would love it.
So yeah, we're rolling with Gillette Stadiums up in the New England. See Tom Terrific play. I just want to see him play. I want to see him in his
$75 to park your car. $75, man.
Oof.
Yeah,
okay.
Enough.
Next one. This one is a gimme. This one, I mean, a lot of people have. This one's a gimme.
Lambeau.
I mean, it's.
I agree.
It's iconic. Soldier Field, I've seen.
Yes.
It was okay.
Which is why we talked about that in advance.
Why we talked about
That's right.
it. I mean, it's fair. Okay. It was fine.
Yep.
Lambeau's iconic.
I agree.
You know, you have to see a game.
You have to see a game in Lambeau Field.
You have to see a game in Lambeau.
And anybody that did not put Lambeau, I mean, what do we do? Do we send him a prize back? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, right.
I don't think so. And my last one's a little bit of a wild card. Now, I've been there. I've seen it from the outside, and I think that it would be probably the coolest place to go see a game. And I've heard stories. A lot of people say this is a cool place to go see a game. And it is as massive from the outside as I heard, and it is from the inside. So I'm going to roll with...
Is it Jerry World? Jerry World!
Jerry World!
Yeah.
Jerry World. So those are my three picks. Jerry World, Lambeau, and Gillette. I'm not sure anybody got it, though.
All right, so let's go back.
So let's scroll up.
All right.
Let's go. Oh, Provorov is great. Yeah, sure is.
Provorov is great. Green Bay, Seattle.
Green Bay, Seattle. Sorry, honey. She was close.
Yeah,
she was
very
close. She was close.
No. Mile High.
Mile High.
I've seen Mile High from the outside. That doesn't look too great. Foxborough.
Superdome. Nope.
Close.
Close. Green Bay.
Cocksnatch and Beaver. There it is.
Cocksnatch and Beaver.
There it is. Way to go there, Hopes.
Metrodome, Lambeau, Gillette. No, close. A lot of domes.
I think so.
I think, nope.
Another one.
All
right, we're trying.
Another one.
You know, one that I would have put on there would have been Kansas City. I think Kansas City would be a cool place to go see a game. So.
Yeah, I think so. But I think the three I picked,
they make plenty of sense.
They make plenty of sense.
That's chalk, without a doubt. Definitely one. I think out of any that we've done so far, that's one that we should have gotten.
I'm a little disappointed. Yeah. I'm a little disappointed in the fans.
Yeah,
it's
big of you to say that, man.
I mean,
way to be honest.
I think our fans suck. I think they're stupid. They stink.
And that's talking.
Hockey,
that's
folks.
That's what it is.
So
the Donato's Pizzeria League is still up and running, and this year just will not end, sadly enough. But that said,
this season is going to end in the most disappointing fashion I think imaginable.
We have Potbelly Pig Farmer and the Consiglieres both at 12-3, earning first round buys in the playoffs, which means that hit that blood.
Now hold on, if I win this week and Jeff loses, can I jump him?
No.
Why not?
Well, the playoff seeds are already set, so he's going to be the first seed in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he goes to 12-4 and I stay go to 12-4, we are both 1-1.
He doesn't play this week. He has a bye.
No, he played. This isn't the playoffs this week.
Oh, this is week 13.
This is week 13.
Oh, yeah. See, God, this year won't freak.
This is week 13. So if I win and Jeff loses, we'll both have a tying record.
Yes, and then it would go to head-to-head record first.
1-1.
Division record.
It'll be the same.
And then total points.
Total points scored against each other?
No.
Or total points scored?
Just total points scored.
All right, then Jeff's probably got me on that one.
So I don't think... Do you guys play each other this week?
No.
So I don't think he can lose.
No, Jeff can't lose divisionally because he's got me on total points. Even though in the head-to-head matchups in our games,
you would have outscored him.
I outscored him.
All right. So it looks like the Consiglieres and Potbelly will knot up the two buys.
That's disappointing.
Hit that blunt. Definitely guarantee the playoff spot. I don't think.
No, I think every playoff spot is accounted for.
It's already accounted for, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cursed Philly fan, Bald Dog, and Babe. Bald Dog made the playoffs.
Bald Dog.
My God. And Baby got Dak after this 9-game losing streak. They're going to sneak into the playoffs. The Bakahans, a little bit of a rough year at 3-12 for the Bakahans, which is just an absolute tragedy. I'm very embarrassed about the performance this year.
Yes, you should be.
And I got to tell you, I think that
as like a 37-time champion, you should be embarrassed. This has been your most pathetic season I can remember.
And the point,
and you know what it is? Yeah. It's your own stubbornness.
Oh, it's not at all.
It's your own stubbornness. You rode the players that you drafted into the ground. You stuck with them the entire year. It was your own stubbornness. You're like, no, they're good. I don't understand why they're not playing good. They're good.
My loyalty to my team. When we show up at the water cooler on Monday, and I say, hey, listen, I know we got the shit beat out of us again, guys. I get it. And listen, you're really doing great things out there. Everybody comes to work for the Baka Hans knowing, you know what? Well, I don't...
They check in, but they do shoddy work.
Nobody gets hurt. The reason I'm not going to win this year in fantasy football is because every player I drafted just went to work and did an average job. I didn't have anybody break a leg and then in a miracle free agent edition. I didn't have that.
Jeff! Yeah.
So, I think one of my problems is my loyalty. Maybe that's the case. But that said, the 3-12 Baka Hans, we are dialed in for the Loser Bowl, and we're ready to roll with that.
Now, my wife wanted to bring something up, and I thought it was a good point, and we're going to have to vote on this at the end of the year.
Okay.
At the very beginning of next year. She wants to know why, wants to know the logic behind if you win your first game in a Loser Bowl, win your second game in a Loser Bowl, and then lose the championship in a Loser Bowl, you're technically the second worst out of the losers. So why does the second worst out of the losers have to get the license plate?
That's a great question. The thought of that was you're actually trying to win that game.
I get that. But you're technically not the loser. And the license plate says, like, I'm the worst. Does it say, like, I'm the worst fantasy?
It says...
technically, you're not the worst. Technically, you're the 8th worst.
What does it say? It says, I placed last.
Yeah, but you didn't. You placed 8th.
That is true. That is true.
So she wants to bring it up that... and obviously this year it is what it is this year. She wants to bring it up that if the team who
So then this year is in protest right now.
No, she's not protesting. She just wants to bring it up for next year.
Understood.
That the team that loses, they still play against the team that loses, and then whoever loses out of that,
it's a lot of losses.
It's a lot of losses.
So we're looking at a potential Baka Han squad with 20 losses in a 16-week fantasy football season. It's getting a little dark right now on the Baka. Yeah, a little bit. I'd like to send a hello out to a new friend that's just joining us, a buddy from high school, our good buddy Jim Jefferson, a tremendous human being, man. We love him very much down here in Gloucester County.
See you, Jim.
Used to play basketball at Overbrook Junior High School with Jimmy J. We played baseball together, man. We go back a long ways. So
Jim, were you around?
For
this?
I don't
know. Were you around for this?
I don't know if Jimmy was around for that right
for
there.
This Earl Phillips first home run trophy.
He was not a part of the Berlin Township squad.
Look at that first home run.
Oh, look at that right there. May the 11th, 1994.
How the hell do you keep your first home run?
And look at that. Everybody signs the ball, too.
Jesus.
That's what it said, man. But that was just the start of greatness from there.
It was my first home run that week.
It was a magical home run. It was a full count. No. See, Fugazi on you because you think I would pull it. No. I'm going opposite field, bro. I know what to do with the hands at 12 years old.
So basically, you were telling me at 12 years old you couldn't get around on a fastball. You just got lucky. You barreled up a fastball on the outside part of the plate that you just couldn't get around on.
Kid was throwing me a 39-mile-an-hour heater, and I just took him the other way with it.
See, what that tells me is that's a pitch that should have been hit to center field.
Yes.
A line drive center field, but you just couldn't get around on it.
The mess.
And that thing hit the barrel just on the right spot, just snuck over.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah,
fair enough.
I
love it. I love it.
But that said, my first home run is still living in history without a doubt. We got a few more comments in here. What do we got? Anything else? Yeah, have fun in Seattle. Sounds like Hackstall. This is all good. Is that the one he cried? No, John, that was a different one. This one was just a regular Major League game up at Old Berlin Township Field, without a doubt. Where we used to play the Annie Gardner football games, nonetheless.
Shout out to Mrs. Saxer.
Oh,
shout out to Mama Saxer.
Yeah, big shout out to Mama Saxer.
Big shout out to Mama Saxer. Do me one favor, though. Teach Jeff how to cook.
Yes.
Apparently, Jeff can't cook for shit.
Kim is magnificent.
Kim is magnificent. Chris and John, I have no opinion.
You'll get back to him.
Yeah, I'll get back to him. But can we get Jeff to get that layer of grease off every crock pot thing that he cooks?
The special sauce.
Can we get them to get that out? Because every time I go to his house for an event, I gotta sift through 7 layers of butter to get to the actual food.
We're going to need her to comment on that. We're going to need some...
Teach him how to cook.
We're going to need a little bit of that.
You're not going to get a daughter-in-law with a son who can't cook.
I agree. We got to get the man. We got to get the thing cooking for sure.
We got to get the man cooking.
Thanksgiving. We're just coming off of Thanksgiving, brother. How was everything, man? Good with the family?
Good with the family. Ate a lot. Had a lot of leftovers. Mama Melchior's candied yams. Big hit as always.
Is that right?
They're delicious. They're one of the most delicious things you'll ever eat.
Understood.
It's like eating pure sugar. It's fantastic.
I like it.
It's not on the Whole30 diet, I'll tell you that much.
No, not at all. There was not much Whole30 happening here on that day.
So, how about you? How was it Thanksgiving?
It was terrific, man. Anytime to be around family is a blessing, man. So it's all good.
And you have that for that family.
Yes,
you have that family. You're blessed with that.
Yeah, very much so.
So
we're getting ready for the holidays. We're pretty much done shopping, man. I hate to say it.
Oh, I'm not shopping for anybody.
Yeah, boy.
No, I'm having a kid. You guys are shopping for me.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is my year.
Very good.
It's the year of the Melchior.
This is my year. I love it.
I'm not shopping for any of you guys.
Mr. Thursday night.
You shop for me.
That's it. I love it.
I want diapers. I want formula. I want this. I want that. I want free babysitting out there. Everybody, listen.
And HGH, we talking with formula. We're gonna get the kids.
Me. Yeah, I got low T. I gotta get some of that. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, Dominic, if there's nothing else for the good of the
nothing
cause,
else for the good for the people. We appreciate everybody checking in today.
Very much so.
Good luck next week with Match the Mayhem. Somebody's got to do this.
We do need somebody to.
Somebody's got to win. And look for me at the Seattle game. I'll be the guy with two guys in a headlock, just going yeah.
I like it.
You know, poor Bureau, people said. And that's it for us. That's it for Metrics and Mayhem.
Episode 14, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. The Metrics, the Mayhem.
The Mayhem, the Metrics.
All good. Bye, everybody. So how's that rash?
I got this dick problem, right? And my dick rubs against the side of my leg.
Yeah.
And it creates a rash.
A little bit.
A little bit of a rash. So sometimes when I walk around the house, I got to tuck it back.
And there it is. That's
we still live?
Oh, there it is.
Get that off!
Tremendous. And how about that, Mama Sex?
Fit family.
Oh, Jen. That's a Jen. That's awesome. Oh, that is so funny.
Hashtag fit family.
That's awesome.
Would you have got